S3 has worked the same way for 20 years, until last month. Last month, AWS shipped something new that fixes one of the most annoying things about cloud storage. If you've ever tried to use your S3 data with a normal program, you know exactly what I mean. Downloading files just to open them, writing scripts to copy data back and forth, paying twice to store the same thing in two different places. That ends now, and let me show you how. Quick context first, in case you're new to all this. Amazon S3 is one of AWS's oldest services. It launched back in 2006. Companies use it to store almost everything. Data, backups, videos, photos, huge data sets. It's cheap, it's massive, and it almost never loses your data. Almost every program you've ever used expects normal files and folders, Python scripts, video editors, machine learning tools, your whole laptop basically. None of them know how to talk to S3 directly. So for 20 years, developers had two choices, and honestly both were bad. The first choice is to download everything from S3 to a regular computer, and then run your program, upload the results back. But that is slow and expensive. And now you have two copies of data that can quietly fall out of sync. So then the second choice is to rewrite your software to speak to S3. Well, that works sometimes, but often it doesn't, especially if it's an app written by someone 10 years ago. So what did people do? They built workarounds. At times they wrote sync scripts that ran in background. And so you have extra file servers sitting there for 24/7, or you had pipelines that copy data back and forth all day long. We've been paying this hidden tax for 2 decades. But now it all changes. S3 Files lets you take your S3 bucket and use it like a regular folder. That's the whole idea. You mount it, meaning it shows up in your server just like any other drive. And then you just use it, like normal. Here's how it works behind the scenes. Your server sits inside your AWS network. It connects to something called S3 Files Mount Target, using a standard called NFS. That's been around like 1980s. Linux already know how to talk to it. The mount target connects to your S3 bucket, and everything stays in sync automatically. So your Python script, your video editor, and your old legacy app, none of them needs to change. They just open files like they have always been there. S3 Files quietly translates everything in the background. You don't have to write new code. You don't have to learn new APIs. You don't copy data anywhere. It just works. You might be thinking, okay, but won't this be slow? S3 wasn't built for speed, right? Good question. And this is where it gets clever. S3 Files watches what files you actually use. The ones you open often get cached on a faster storage, so they load quickly. The ones you don't touch just sit in S3, ready when you need them. If you don't open a file for 30 days, it leaves the fast cache automatically. So you're only paying for what you're actively using. Smart, simple, and it just runs in the background. And by the way, this whole thing is built on Amazon EFS, which is AWS's file system service that has been mature for over years. So this isn't some experimental thing, it's a solid tech, repackaged in a very clever way. So why should you care? 4 reasons. First, AI agents. The new wave of AI agents read files, write logs, share results with each other. They expect files. S3 Files gives them a shared workspace right on top of your cloud data. Second, machine learning. Training data lives in S3 because it's cheap, but every ML project starts with some painful step, right? Copy the data somewhere else and then train it. S3 Files remove that step entirely. You don't have to swap data, copy data back and forth now. You train directly on the data where it lives. Third, team collaboration. Up to 25,000 connections at the same time. That's like thousands of people. Thousands of scripts or services all working on the same data in real time without stepping on each other. Fourth, old software. That legacy app from 2010 that only knows how to read files, it can now work with S3 directly. And the numbers AWS is putting on this, they're honestly kind of crazy, up to 90% cheaper than the old way of copying data back and forth. Over 10 million file operations per second on a single bucket, multiple terabytes per second of read speed, 25,000 simultaneous connections. Crazy. So these aren't just small improvements, this is a different category of a product. And here's the bottom line. For 20 years, working with S3 meant picking between two things, cheap storage or easy access. You couldn't have both. S3 Files finally gives you both. If you build apps, train models, work with AI agents, or just deal with cloud data day by day, this is going to show up in your work pretty soon. So better understand it now. And look, videos can only take you so far. If you really want this to stick, you've got to get your hands on it. That's exactly what we do here at KodeKloud. We have built a hands-on lab where you can mount an S3 bucket, run the commands, break things, fix them, all in real environment, right in your browser. We'll handle the environment for you, no AWS account required. Go play with it for 20 minutes and you'll understand S3 files better than 90% of people working in AWS today. So, link in the description. If this helped, hit subscribe. Every now and then, we break down new AWS launches like this in a simple, practical way. See you in the next one.